Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight for our 6th annual Delta State University Football Signing Day Social. Today is kind of like Christmas, New Year's, and Coach Cooley's birthday, all wrapped up into one big event. We're excited to have several special guests with us tonight as well. Dr. Kent Wyatt, former Delta State University president, Dr. Caston with us as well, Coach Ronnie Myers, former athletic director, and many others. So very excited about the opportunity to share not only our signing day events with you today, but also to dedicate this room. If the Arants would stand up, Miller and Rebecca gave the lead gift, gave the gift that allowed us to renovate this room, and we certainly are excited to have the opportunity to recognize them here tonight as well. With that, I'll bring up our Director of Athletics, Coach Mike Kennison. He'll get us started today, and follow that up with Coach Todd Cooley. Coach.
Thank you. I want to just welcome you here on behalf of the athletic department and all our athletics here at Delta State. Thank you for your support all throughout the year of our football program, but particularly coming today and supporting our football program. These days, this day is an important day in the life of our football program, for our football coaches and our staff, and while we know it takes more work to actually get them here, this is the first step, and we know they're excited about what they've done, and we're all excited for them to see their hard work pay off. It's also my pleasure on behalf of the athletic department today to extend our thanks and appreciation to Miller and Rebecca. Not just Miller, but his entire family. I've had the pleasure, as many of you have, of knowing them for quite some time. I want to just thank you for your willingness to support our athletics and your heart to give, and the example you set by enhancing this room. And we just want you to know that we're very happy to have your name on it and have your name associated with athletics, and particularly with the football program. Thank you for what you do. You give to the university in many ways, but thank you for this gift to our athletic program and enhancing this room to make it something that a lot of our athletes and coaches can enjoy. This day belongs to Todd. I know he has some thank yous that he wants to give, and particularly to Miller and Rebecca. But again, from our athletic department, we're very grateful, and thank you for your willingness to support. Todd?
I appreciate everybody being here. It means a lot to us. I got a lot of people to thank, but before I get started, Miller, Rebecca, I can't thank y'all enough. You really changed, and it helps in recruiting, but it helps us every day. You changed this room. You changed the lives of a lot of young men by with your gift right there. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, our coaches and our football family, we appreciate it and love you for it. So before I get rolling into all this, if you'd like anything to say, I'd love for you to come up if you'd like to.
Thank you. First off, I would like to thank the Delta State University football program, because in 1998, a small kid from a local private school got an opportunity to play here, and it was a very big honor to be able to have a place to call home. And it makes me feel good to know that we still have the tradition here at Delta State, and that Rebecca and I were able to give a little bit to help our program. Todd, I can't say enough about the job y'all are doing with our program. It's like I've said before, y'all are building what I think we'll continue to build and have the premier Division II football program in time. We're recruiting the right way. We're getting the athletes in that we need to compete. The coaching staff, you guys, I just don't think people understand just how many hours y'all put in to recruiting, game planning, anything that relates to our football program. And I'm just happy that Rebecca and I were able to give this small gift to help y'all, help make y'all's lives easier, make your job easier, and help us to win in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Miller. This time also, before we get started, I'd like to thank our football event sponsors, Cannon Motors, Robinson Electric, Guarantee Bank, Needle Specialty, Farm Bureau, Cleveland State Bank, Castro Lube and Wash, South Group Insurance, Quality Steel, Renaissance Bank, Collins Construction, Jack's Griffith Luciano, Bolivar Medical, Wade Incorporated, Ely Engineering, Image Specialists, Advanced Therapy, Factory Direct Furniture, DEH Trucking, Dr. Benny Wright, Dr. Rob Ship, Federal Credit Union, Mr. Paul Janis, Muddy Waters Property, Baxter, and Mr. Ed Coleman. We really appreciate y'all and what you do for us. A lot of people went into this helping us in this recruiting class. Very excited about this recruiting class, but I also like to give special thanks to people on campus, the DSU Police Department, for getting all these buildings open to show these young men campus tours on the weekends, on Sunday mornings sometimes, went above and beyond. Student Academic Success Center, Tricia Killebrew is here along with Kristen Lamb. We couldn't have done it without you, and I thought it went great. These people do an excellent job with our academics, and what I think everybody in this room needs to understand, if you don't leave it anything else, is we are in the business here of not only winning championships, we're trying to build men, and it's academics first here. And with that Student Success Center and the time that you guys spent on your weekends explaining, answering questions to mamas and daddies and young men, we can't thank you enough. Ms. Kim Pongetti for keeping all of our recruiting expenses in order, and Ms. Dana George in compliance, and then obviously Matt Jones and his staff with the graphics and the things, and Katie, that y'all did. We really appreciate you. Also like to thank our coaches. Our coaching staff did an unbelievable job. We have some changes in our coaching staff, and it happened midway through recruiting. And the guys that came in, I'm really excited about them. At this time, I'd like to recognize our coaches just for everyone in this room. Very quickly, as I look around the room, I'm going to start in the back with Coach Carl Balls, who's in the Hall of Fame here, who's our assistant defensive line coach. In front of him is Coach Miles Hargis, who is assistant linebacker coach. Moving across, as I'm looking, Coach John Fletcher, who got a promotion. He is now our run game coordinator, coaching our offensive line. A new guy to our staff beside him is Coach Chance Albersworth, who will be taking over the defensive line. Came to us from the University of Memphis. Beside him is Coach Kaysen Bicknell, who is assistant offensive coach. He's going to be in charge of our tight ends. Moving back, Coach Marcus Wyndham, new to us, came to us. He's our running back coach. He came from North Carolina Central University, Knoxville County native. In front, Coach Brady Hoda. Coach Brady Hoda is going to be assistant defensive back coach. Coach Nick Franey, who is our assistant offensive line coach, and basically served as a recruiting coordinator through this thing. Did all the paperwork in arms, set up all the visits, set up all the hotels. The guy's very, very organized. Nick, I really, really appreciate what you've done. Coach Jeff Terry, he's got two youngins running around right there that just got to town, but Coach Terry came to us from Wingate University. He coached in Georgia, and as you can see, all these Georgia guys, what it's allowed us to do is Coach Terry has been able to go now back home to Georgia, and now Coach Green has ventured off into Louisiana now, and you can see the benefits from that move right there. Coach Kelvin Green in the back, who is now our defensive coordinator and has been with us for 6 years, and assistant head coach. I'm excited about him. Where's Coach Hasty? I didn't see him. He's in the middle. Coach Tyler Hasty, recruiting receiver coach, and also our passing game coordinator. I'm really excited about our staff. They really busted their tails. So with no further ado, I'm going to kind of get through these young men and talk about each one of them. As you can see, there's a video playing. It's been out on social media, so you can learn about them. But I'm really excited about this class and what they're bringing to this fine university. Start off up top, Nate Barron, offensive lineman, extremely good grades, 6'4", probably 235 to 240. He is what we decided to do with our offensive line. There's two types of O-linemen you're going to get at this level, in my opinion. That you're going to get great big ones that you're going to have to shed some weight off of them, or you're going to get guys with frames that you can build on. And Nate Barron's got a great frame. He's very athletic. We're excited about him out of Pelham, Alabama. Todd Lee Battle, Went back into Birmingham. Coach Fletcher's lead recruiter on those two guys. He's an electric wide receiver from Ramsey High School. I don't know if you know much about Ramsey. It's a great academic school in Birmingham. And Lee Battle, Ty, he goes by Lee. Lee's going to give us some great help on the outside right there. Tylynn Bridges, really excited about this guy from right down the road in Simmons High School. You know, as most of you people in the state of Mississippi know, it's very hard for a young man to turn down junior college offers. He did it. He wanted to start building a 4-year program from day one, and it was huge for us to get a local kid in Tylynn. I'm excited about him. Tremendous mother, tremendous family. Jalen Carter is a young man from Norcross, Georgia. Once again, Coach Terry had a connection there, obviously. Jalen comes up here as a deep interior defensive lineman, very explosive. You know, we got to thinking he might be a little undersized, what most people would see, but, you know, we put him on the scales. He weighs 273 pounds. He tested out of the water here when he was here. I'm excited about Jalen. Corey Donovan, defensive end from Covington, Louisiana. Really like this young man. Big frame, big guy, defensive end, gets after it, was a wrestler. He would go from, he's 265 now to 260, but when he would go into wrestling, he would get down to 225 to 230. He did not do that this year because he knew he was going to be recruited in college football. Great young man. Father came up. He's a state trooper. They loved it. We got him. It was awesome. Anthony Eccles from Benton, Louisiana. Coach Hasty did a great job of identifying and finding this young man. I think he's super athletic defensive end. Got a lot of potential. Got a lot of explosiveness. I'm really excited about Anthony. Tremendous family. Great mother. We're excited about him. T.J. Ellis from Central Gwinnett High School. I think is an electric wide receiver. Really excited about what he brings to a really what I think is going to be much improved receiving core. That's going to be a pretty deep receiving core, and I'm excited about TJ. Rod Farmer from Memphis, Tennessee. Skinny young guy, about 6'3", maybe 6'4", probably 180. He's going to be 220 before he knows what hit him, and we're going to have something special on our hands. He's very athletic, just takes up space, and he's just long. And great parents. Once again, you see the recurring theme. Great parents. People want them to be here at Delta State. We're really excited about Rod as well. Landon Jackson was a young man from Mount Perrin High School who tore his ACL in week 2 of this year. And to be honest with you, just everybody in here, that probably helped us a little bit. He's going to come back. Great surgeon in Atlanta. He's already nearly released already. He's ahead of schedule. We feel like we got a really good offensive lineman there that is got the size that we're looking for. Right below him is Keyshawn Jennings from South Cobb High School. This is a young man right here, just to give you a story about him. This is a young man that was told his high school was not a what they call a great program, so to speak, and he was asked to transfer to another school where he could be more highly recruited. Just to show you the type of guy he is, he told the head coach, who the head coach had even asked him, he said, you know, I don't blame you if you go. I think it's going to be better for you in the long run. He said, no, I'm sticking with my teammates. I'm going to finish this here with them. He's just a leader. He's the kind of guy I want. And I think he's a super athletic guy. And 6'2", probably pushing more like 6'3". Going to be a good player. Jesse Lawrence from McDonough 35 High School in New Orleans. Got back in south of the boot, down way south in the boot. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Jesse. Going to be a good football player. Comes from a great program, great mother. And we're excited about getting him on board. Patrick Lee Jr. is a young man from Broadmoor Senior High School in Baton Rouge. We think is going to be a really good corner. Got to put some more weight on him, obviously, but he wants to be at Delta State so bad, and that's what was important to us during the whole recruiting process. Is John William Madison, is kicker and punter out of Warren Central High School. He has ties to the Delta, I believe from the Drew area, Rouville area. He's been to camp. He's very consistent. Got to get his leg a little stronger. He knows that. He wanted to be here. I think we got a great steal in him as well. Jalen Mason is a 6'3", and that is legit, at least 6'3", wide receiver from Woodland High School. Woodland was where Shaquille Shaw was from a year ago, an offensive tackle we signed. That helped us get in on him. Explosive guy. First 6 highlights on his highlight tape are fade routes for touchdowns. That's what you like to see. So we're excited about getting Jalen. Shamar Michael is a linebacker 5'11", 195 from Memphis, Tennessee. He's probably going to end up being about 205, 200. He is not an ounce of fat on him. He actually runs track. He's a 100-meter guy, so he can run. He's a 200-meter guy. He's a sprinter. He can fly. Great family. Great student. Very excited that he's with us. TJ Mullix is a defensive lineman. If you look, we signed a bunch of D linemen. Try to sign a bunch of O linemen. We need bigger bodies. We try to get big bodies around this program. You can find skilled guys, and we got some really good ones, but we had to get big guys. So TJ Mullix is a great interior defensive lineman, and we're excited about what he brings to the table. Zarrett Mumphrey, 6'3", he's probably 6'3.5", and 230 is probably correct. Okay, he is skinny, but I watched him broad jump nearly 10 foot, which is what skill guys are supposed to broad jump. He can run. His arms are forever. We just got to put weight on him. Coach Rodriguez, who if you haven't met our new strength coach, has made an immediate impact in all of our athletic programs. He's making an impact with us downstairs, our football players. He will get the weight on that guy, and that guy's going to be a force, I think. Caden Reynolds is a young man from Alexandria, Louisiana, who's played football for about a year and a half. He's a self-taught kicker. And he was a soccer player, and if you watch his highlights, he's kicking the ball about 2 yards out of the end zone, which means that's from the 40. But I'm not real good at math. But if you kick it from the 35, it's going to be about 7 yards into the end zone, and I'm good with that as well. So he's a touchback guy, and I like him a lot. So we're excited about getting him. Larry Scott from Faraday, Louisiana, is an explosive outside linebacker. Great kid, you know, firm handshake, stare you in the eye, and I just think he's got Delta State linebacker written all over him, and he is going to be a very good football player for us. Jared Singleton, that's not a misprint. He is 5'7", he is 180 pounds, and he will get after you. I can promise you that. He is quick as a hiccup. He is hard to block. Had a coach used to say he wakes up with leverage every day, and that's the truth. He is going to be extremely hard to block. We had a young man. We've had several young men from that little old high school in Farmerville, Louisiana. They are tough, hard-nosed guys. He's a powerlifting champion. His 3 power lifts are 1,450 pounds. So he is pound for pound going to be probably one of the strongest kids in our program. And he wants to play at Delta State, and I'm excited to have him on our football team. Moving on, Christian Spears is a young man from Neshoba Central High School. Came up here, did very well on his visit. We're really excited about getting Christian and adding him to the family. Had to go out and sign another Tyler at quarterback because we've only had about 6 of them since I've been here. So Tyler Underwood from Theodore, Alabama, we think he only got to play 7 games this year. He broke his leg. He came up here on his visit, wanted to throw, wanted to work out, and actually ended up doing it, hobbling around. And I really like him. I think he's got a lot to him. He's a high ACT guy, and I'm really excited about him. And I know I just skipped Christopher Searing, so I'm going to come back. But Tyler Underwood, we're really excited about him. I think his skies is very high ceiling for him. I'm going to go back to Christopher Searing. And this just goes to show you what type of a job we did and what we have to offer at Delta State. Christopher Searing is a 31 ACT, okay? He's going to be pre-med. He will be the 5th pre-med doctor that we've had here in 6 years, that we've coached since we've been here, okay? Christopher Searing came on his visit. Of course, he's got every academic school in the country after him. He's got all kinds of things. And him and his dad sat in my office after they'd been here for about 24 hours and said, we had no intentions of committing. We just wanted to take a visit just to see. We're coming to Delta State. Daddy was crying. It was very emotional. That just speaks to our university. And that just speaks to what we have to offer, the academics and everything that we have to offer from a football standpoint. Really excited about that young man. He's going to be special for us, I believe. Trace White from Flora, Mississippi, Tri-County. Once again, we're able to get a young man out of the Mississippi ranks. We think he's got a lot of explosion. He actually played running back for Tri-County as well. So we like that. We think he's going to be a big-time defensive end for us. Brandon Williams from Delhi, Louisiana. Coach's son, kick returner, punt returner, plays running back, we really like this young man right here. I think he's going to be special. And then Zach Workman, who is also from Theodore, was a leading receiver for our quarterback coming in, Tyler Underwood. So we kind of got a package deal right there. So I thought it was extremely good with 27 high school guys. If you'll turn to the back page, you'll see that 11 of these young men are already here. These are all Mississippi kids. They're all from Mississippi junior colleges, and they're all here right now going through workouts. So we have seen them in the weight room. We have worked them out on a team run, on an early morning run, and I love every one of them. I love their attitudes. I love what they're bringing to the table. We were very lucky. If you look, Nick Brown, wide receiver for Gulf Coast, he was their leading receiver. Coach Bam Bryant, who used to be our receiver coach, coached him. That was the connection. Bam got Coach Hasty on the phone. We started talking, went down there, and we were able to get Nick to come up here. Deion Dampier from Mendenhall, Mississippi, played at Colin. If you'll notice, we got 6 guys from Colin. Long time ago, I heard a guy say, you never want to take more than 3 from the same JUCO. Well, okay, we just took 2 pairs of 3. I'm going to take 6. If I can get 6, I'm going to get 6 because they all know each other and they feel good about it. Every one of those guys wanted to play at Delta State. So Deion Dampier, running back from Mendenhall, PTK, very smart young man, Boys State, the whole 9. He's going to be a big back, good player. Julius Falk from Southwest Mississippi. Think he's got a big-time upside. Roderick Jarrett, also from Hollandale. He played at Colin as well, played at Simmons High School. He's a really long, tall, outside backer. DeMarcus Johnson, 6'3", 210. That's not a misprint. That's a large wideout. That's down there working out. Was working out earlier today. Looks very good. We think he's got and that's not, that's a misprint because he actually played at Holmes Community College. Matt, might have given you the wrong deal on that. DeMarcus played at Holmes. And if you know anything about Holmes, Holmes is triple option. They do a great job with it. But when you're running a triple option, wide receivers aren't going to get a lot of catches. And we feel like because DeMarcus played at Holmes, we had a chance because we knew him, we had him in camp. We got to see some things that maybe other people didn't get to see. And we got lucky and got DeMarcus. We feel really good. And then the local guy right here, got a couple of them, Tristan Mosley from right here in Cleveland. Bio Academy product, played at Colin. I think Tristan will be the first one to tell you. Going to Colin did him a great service. It was not highly recruited out of high school. We were lucky to get him out of Colin. He is a big guy. He's a great player, and we're excited. And we did not sign him. A lot of people, you signed him because he's local. No, I signed him because he can play. He can flat out play football, and we're excited about that. Rico Owens from Greenwood, Mississippi, right down the road. We were on Rico when he was about a junior in high school. Rico is very explosive, got a lot of size. We're excited to get him back as he came from Colin. And then you got Jacoby Richards, who's also from Cleveland, his stepmother works with Tristan Mosley's mother out at the hospital. So it's kind of a connection there. They've been traveling to games down there at Colin. Now they're going to get to go a little closer to some games. But Jacoby's a defensive back. We're really excited about him. Caleb Robinson from Lexington, Mississippi, down in Colin. Really good player. Love going in there, talking to him on the home visit. And then Dayreek Snow is a defensive back from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Love his family. Love him as a person. Love the way he works. I think the sky's the limit for him. And then another young man from Tri-County Academy that by way of Hines was Brock Thompson, who's going to add to our tight end depth as well. So all in all, 38 football players, 11 of them are here, 27 more are going to be joining us. I'm proud of our coaches. I think we did one heck of a job putting this together. I appreciate everybody that gave us help. Appreciate you too very, very much what y'all did. And then there's some dates down there. We're going to start spring ball February the 28th. Our spring game is going to be Thursday night on April the 4th, followed up by our golf tournament on April the 5th, that Friday in Drawdown. And Dr. White, I need you to play this year. I need you to play that thing. And then we're going to be lucky enough to open up at home September the 5th, and we got the clock going downstairs. I think we're 212 days out. We're counting it down. But Thursday night, 6 o'clock, out here at the stadium is where we're going to open up for next season. And I cannot thank y'all enough for being here. It means a lot when you get this many people here for National Signing Day. That just shows you how important that athletics and Delta State football is to this community. And I'm honored to be your head football coach. And Miller, I can't thank you enough. Appreciate y'all very much. Thank you.
kind of say on the cartoons, that's a wrap. That's it, folks. We do have some food in the back. Please mingle, get a chance to look around here. Obviously, you've seen the many changes that we've made in here. If you've been in this room in the last year, you certainly know that there's a tremendous amount of change is taking place in here. We actually have a video that's coming out, the before and after we'll be putting out on Friday to give you an idea of just how much the impact of Miller and his family's gift to our football program has meant. On top of that, GoStatesman.com's got a complete rundown of all of our signees today, as well as our upcoming 2019 schedule. And as Barkley Faulkner would like to remind you, season ticket sales will be going on soon, and we look forward to the coming 2019 football season. With that, thanks for being with us, and for those of you joining us on the internet, thanks for joining us as well.